you're onboarding a new client in 2026, this is going to be the most important video that you watch in the entire year. I'm going to show you how to do your onboarding process step by step and why it's so important for client retention and setting expectations for your service. So let's dive ahead and go on my screen here and really show you how to do this. So here are some important stats when it comes to onboarding your clients. Number one, clients decide within 48 hours of onboarding whether they'll even buy from you again or keep your service or refer you to other people within their industry. It only takes 48 hours to give that impression to your client and how good your service actually is. 60% of client churn happens in the first 90 days and 40% of that is due to poor onboarding. If you have a very long onboarding experience and your customer is not happy within those first 90 days, it is very, very likely they are not going to return and sign up with another contract or continue month by month with you. Third, agencies with structured onboardings have 3.2 times higher client lifetime value than just shitty onboardings, very standard onboardings. If you can really dial this in, it's going to help you keep your customer for a longer time, which means more lifetime value for your business. Now, let me jump into actually how to set up the proper onboarding structure step by step. Please copy and paste everything you see in this video, and I swear it will help you immensely. So step number one of this entire process is to set the expectations during the sales call. So most agencies oversell and underdeliver when it comes to expectations. Your sales team promises leads in 30 days, but then clients hear guaranteed results day one. Then reality hits, the setup takes 2 weeks, testing takes another 2 weeks, and your client's already disappointed because in the sales call, they had the wrong expectation. Now, the fix is to set realistic timelines during the sales call. So tell them results typically show in the next 60 days, show proof, case studies, and testimonials. For us, we even underdeliver and we say that they're going to get the results or return on investment even longer than we actually know, just to give them the right results. So when we over deliver during the service, they're even happier. Now, you fully want to build belief in your process and not give false hope. That is the entire goal of setting the expectation in the sales call. And when you do this, your close rate will actually go up because you're setting better expectations and you're setting a better fit for your clients. And now you're just bringing in more clients who are most likely to stay longer and again, build that lifetime value per customer. Now, sales isn't my main thing, but if you want to watch a video on the proper setup for a SMMA sales call, I'd recommend this video by Charlie Morgan. You can look it up on YouTube and go ahead and watch that if you want to learn more about that. So step number two is the kickoff meeting. This is one of the most important ones because it sets the entire tone for the relationship. This is the first call you're going to have with the customer after they already paid you thousands and thousands of dollars. This is going to be their first impression, and there's a lot of expectations and pressure on the line because again, they just paid you the money. Most agencies treat their kickoff meetings like just let's get your logins type of call, and that is a completely beginner mistake. What you actually want to do is build a 45-minute process with detailed checklists, gather all your systems systematically, the Facebook Business Manager, the Google Ads, the website analytics, whatever you need for your service, and you can use paid tools or manual collection, but keep it very consistent across the client. The goal is to show them that you're organized and professional from the day one. And then the end of the meeting, you just want to confirm the roadmap, set up the next call, which I'll explain in the next step, and then just make this whole process very seamless and very consistent so you can do it customer by customer and you're not just winging it. This whole approach just immediately builds confidence and separates you from any other agencies they've either had experience with in the past or this is the first time signing up, they're nervous, and now with this kickoff call, they feel a little bit more confident and ready to go with your service. Now, when it comes to the kickoff meeting, these are the softwares and tools that I would recommend. So number one for every agency is this high level. This just acts as a very central hub for your service, whether you're providing AI services, normal SMMA, paid ad services, organic, whatever it is, Go High Level is very doable for it. I also recommend Slack for your client communication channel. Some people use Discord and other things, but if it's a B2B or just older demographic audience, Slack is always the best case, keeps things very, very structured and looks professional when they sign on to chat with you. Now, this is a paid tool during the kickoff meeting if you want to get access to that Facebook Business Manager, the Google Ads Manager, LinkedIn Ads Manager, whatever it is. There's a company called Leadsy. It's basically a tool where they just have to put in their information in the logins and it grants you automatic access to you or your team. Makes things very easy. We don't do it, and the reason why is because we have an older demographic when it comes to our audience. A lot of these people don't even know how to navigate Facebook or the Google or don't even know their logins. So we just take the time and do it manually on the call, but I would definitely recommend you get Leadsy if it's available for your industry. Now, the last one is to automate the account setup for the best onboarding experience. I have another video on this that breaks it down a little bit more, but essentially you can have a Go High Level survey or a Google form where as soon as they sign on after that initial sales call, they will enter their information through this form and it's automatically going to build out their Go High Level. It's going to automatically create their Slack chat and invite them to both of those. And then you have plenty of other options to automate more within your onboarding. But that is all done through Pabbly, which we use. It's a very free software. It's very easy to set up. You could probably do it through make.com and other things, but Pabbly is just super easy. So I recommend this for you. Now, step 3 is the onboarding setup. So this is after the sales call, after the initial kickoff meeting. Now their go high level setup, you have access to their ad accounts. Now this is the time period between you actually getting the kickoff meeting, between you having a launch call, which I'll explain in the next step. In between that period is this onboarding setup. So for this onboarding experience, you just want this to be as fast as possible, and that is the main goal. Your setup speed determines how professional that you appear for your service. A slow setup equals amateur perception, but you want to create a bulletproof process that documents everything step by step, so you consistently do across clients, or your team can replicate it and still deliver the right quality for your clients. So this will include the CRM setup, the invites, the landing page builds, creative development, campaign creation, everything that you need from the client or to build yourself for your service. That includes it all. And your team just needs to follow this religiously for consistency across your service. Also, after that kickoff meeting, you want to immediately send clients an onboarding document that outlines timelines and the requested deliverables. You will see this at the end when I do a live preview, but essentially it gives them a PDF document, says welcome to Versatile Agency, gives them a timeline of exactly what we're doing and how long it's expecting to take. And then we have a checklist that goes to the customer of what they need to send us. So for us, it's just a lot of branding materials, their logos, colors, fonts, all the stuff like that. But we have a checklist built out, so we just blast them off that PDF in the Slack chat into their email. They help us fill that out, and that's really all we need from the customer, and it's super smooth. You don't have to go back and forth. We also use Slack for automated messages to deliver this and also just give them resources instantly. So I've created a lot of resources in my time for the onboarding, where we have like documents and how to perform the best or get a better close rate. Random resources like that's always good to include in the onboarding, because during the time that you're taking to set it up, they can at least go through the documents, learn more about you or about the service, and it works pretty good. Now, the secret sauce where a lot of agencies fail with the onboarding is constant communication during the setup. So send daily updates like, hey, campaign is 70% built, 50% built. We built out the landing pages. These ads are ready for review. Never just go silent during the onboarding process. I see so many agencies that will just go silent for 14 days, randomly send an update. And by the time the client has already built this trust and doesn't really know what they've signed up to, it's very hard to get them back to that point where they feel confident and content again. So make sure your communication is key during this process. Now, what to set up for this is, again, SOP your entire onboarding process. So we have a Google Docs set up for our internal team with a Loom video, and then also a full breakdown on Google Docs of a checklist of what they need to complete for our clients. We just run the same industry, so all of ours is the exact same for every single client. So it's very easy to follow. And this way, you don't have to show them step by step for your team, or if you're just doing it yourself, you could just look at this SOP, make sure the checklist is completed, and your client is now onboarded. And like I mentioned before, we auto send a Slack message with the onboarding checklist and more resources that we have included. This is super easy to do, again, through Pabbly, and then also through a Slack workspace, where essentially it just takes a webhook from that form that they're filling out. And then once that form is completed, it will auto create the Slack channel and auto send the Slack message as well. It's just through Slack workflow automations. It's very easy to set up. Now, when updating your client in the Slack chat and just creating SOP videos for your internal team, I recommend you record Loom videos. It's very easy to someone to pull up a Loom video. They just watch through, they look at the transcript. It's very easy to relay information and also be able to look at them on camera, use your tone of voice, and they just feel, again, just more confident when you send Loom videos. Feels very more personal and gives a better custom touch. Now, step 4 is the launch call. Not a lot of agencies have a launch call. This is something I've learned a while ago from some OGs in the space, and this has become one of the biggest things for our client retention, and I'll explain why here. So the launch call is where you transform from vendor to trusted partner. Once setup is complete, schedule a Zoom call to walk through everything you've built on this launch call. This isn't just a handoff, it's your chance to really reinforce your decision and set expectations for success. So on this call, you want to show client wins from similar businesses or other clients that are in their area, explain how to maximize results through your service, give them detailed tour of every asset that you've created, and walk through their campaigns, landing pages, tracking setups, so they understand and improve everything. So many people just send over Slack messages or text or screenshots, but when you actually do this fully live on a call and show them how to get the best results from your service possible, what other successful clients have done, their exact process, this just makes them even more excited to see like, okay, this other client did this and this. I really need to step up my game and help you guys with this part of my business, etc., etc. This call really prevents future confusion and builds a massive confidence within your service. Clients see your professional presentation and proven results, and they feel like they're working with industry leaders, not just another agency or not just a trial period or you trying to test the service with them. This single call, again, is one of the biggest parts of our client retention, and it could be the difference between a 3-month churn and a 12-month retention just by setting these right expectations and showing them how to make use of the service. So this is a quick example of kind of what we have in our launch calls. So this one kind of just sets the expectation of why we're even having this call in the first place. We send over a bunch of client results. This whole slide that we have, the whole launch deck, is around like 60 to 70 slides, and a bunch of testimonials are kind of included within it, as you can see here. We have this one, which we have a few slides around this, the X factor, which is going to be the client. There's too many clients that really are just putting this all in the line of your service and expecting paid ads or SEO to really change their life. But at the end of the day, it comes down to utilizing our service, but they still have to put in the work and make it successful. So that's a huge point that we give in the launch call. And again, just setting more expectations on this last slide here, saying that 95% of the deals are closed through follow-up, which really isn't on us, but just kind of shows where the results come from, how to get them, and really sets the expectations down pat. Okay, so we went from the sales call to the kickoff meeting to the launch call, and then after the launch call, this will be a quick win in constant communication. So after your launch call, you have a 14-day window to deliver a quick win. This could be a qualified appointment, a quick sale, or even just showing through early metrics. The specific of the win matters less than proving immediate value and momentum. If you just go radio silence for 30 days after that launch call or kickoff meeting, again, they just really don't know what's going on. It's going to really hurt your communication relationship with that client. You just want to give them quick wins. Hey Johnny, we just got a very good qualified appointment. This is very unusual for the first week in our service. This is awesome. Let's keep the momentum going. Rocket emoji, keep it going. Just like keep that vibe and keep that energy during that process of those first couple weeks to really set the tone for the rest of the service. If you pair this with constant communication, weekly reports, progress updates, and metric explanations, you don't just send numbers, you're explaining what they mean and why they're positive indicators. For example, your 2.1 click-through rate percentage is 40% above industry average. So that just hits different than just blabbing out metrics where they don't really know what that means. So you just want to keep that excitement from launch call alive with regular wins and clear communication. Clients who see early progress and understand the data become your biggest advocates and long-term partners, because now when you're comparing to other statistics, other clients, and really showing that it's working for them, it's going to build their trust even more. Now I'm going to quickly go through a live example of kind of how our onboarding process works and what it's going to look like when you have this fully set up. So this is our page after a sales call that the client will get sent to fill out their onboarding form. So this page is fully built through Go High Level. As you can see, welcome to Versatile Agency. Let's get started. Fill out this form so we can build your fully custom and automated lead appointment system. All you have to do is go through and fill out all these stats. So I'm going to put some stuff here. Okay, I filled out that onboarding form. That, as you can see on my screen, it created a Slack channel here with the name, test Parker, test city, test client. Sends out this auto message from our Slack, which basically sends over the onboarding instructions, which we can see right here. This is the onboarding instructions page where we have the introduction, we have the timeline, we have step 1, step 2 of what we need from the actual client, breaks it all down for them. Then it sends over a full frequently asked questions SOP document. So I open this up, it goes over a bunch of common questions that we get, and it just attaches Loom videos or just explains it more thoroughly on these questions. So this is really good to have. It's like basically a resource bank for your client. And then we have some other resources that it sends. But this legit got sent out 10 seconds after that onboarding form. So this is awesome to have. Also, as you can see, the full CRM got built out automatically after I filled out the onboarding form. It already invited myself as a user, has the custom values, and has everything kind of built out. Again, this is all built through Pabbly if you want to do this yourself. We also use motion.com to manage our task and to manage the onboardings and set the time for our internal team of when to do the onboarding. And that Pabbly automation also sets them up on the Motion app, so that adds them as a client, adds a task to complete their onboarding. So that is completely all onboarded and you're ready to go. So I hope this is useful to you. I hope that you can replicate this and put this into your agency. It's gonna make your onboarding time super fast, super efficient, and just aim to give the best client experience ever so they retain longer and you build that lifetime value for your agency. Now, if you want more videos like this, I post these every single Wednesday, every week. So hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate if you follow along. Comment down below any ideas on what you want for the next video and what help I can give you for your agency. If you want my personal one-on-one one, help scaling your agency, you can click the link in the bio for my company, Agency Autopilot, where we help agencies scale over 100K a month by implementing operations and systems inside their business. So thank you guys again, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.